Hey everyone, welcome to Robcast, Prevention of the Nerd podcast, Art Review Edition. I believe it's number 2, and here we go. Yes, I am Rob Sachetto, the guru of pop culture and the inventor of zombie portraits. And today we're going to be looking at another artist with our good friends at Instagram being the platform. And you'll be watching this on YouTube. Yes, let's get started on this one. This artist is Miro K at Miro K Art, and he's a digital artist from Helsinki. And judging by just looking at his stuff here, let me get right in here and frame it up a little better. I think that's probably as good as we're gonna get. There, that's nice and level. Looking at his now. I'm not a huge connoisseur of digital art. But art speaks for itself. It either works or it doesn't. And judging by what I'm looking at here, it looks pretty serviceable for sure. So I'm gonna focus in on this one. There's visually it seems to work, but there are a lot of I think rushed parts in there. I know what this is. It reads well. I know what's happening in here visually. It reads well, but there's a lot of stuff in here. Just the gun, the barrel. It's not straight. There's a lot of weird water patterns in there. It looks very clunky. It needs to be very, very much more refined. The faces aren't too bad. And how it fits in with the background is okay, but it's almost I almost don't know what this is. It's a gun, but that hand shouldn't be there. There are a lot of visual mistakes just to this. I'm gonna say this right off the top. I think learning on paper, pencil and paper, how ink on paper works. That's where you really need to be practicing. This actually is pretty good. It's very, very choppy, but it's actually not too bad in terms of getting the point across. It actually looks like a Frank Miller drawing, to be honest. The crow's feet and everything, the black spotting, it's very good. I know what I'm looking at. I don't have to guess at what I'm looking at. It looks like a samurai dude. It's actually Toshiro Mifune, he says in his description. I didn't know it was him. I probably wouldn't recognize him. I've seen a lot of his movies, but I probably wouldn't recognize him right off the top. But actually, that is a pretty good drawing in general. So it's okay. But again, there needs to be a lot more sort of cleaning up and refining there. That's actually, this one is very good too. It's very basic. I'm thinking this individual is in the early stages of learning the craft, because one of the biggest things you sort of need to do is master your medium, that's a big thing. He has the composition is good. It reminds me of that Spider-Man Marvel Comics Spider-Man cover where Spidey leaves his costume in the garbage and he's walking away and it's in an alley. Kind of reminds me of that. And this is a "We Beat Corona" message. like his sensibilities are very good. So because I know what's happening in this in this scene, but again, there are a lot of like the perspective is this is like a 1 point perspective, and I believe the perspective is very much off. So having that point like probably there, and having that perspective come out so that all of these lines here in the concrete, the slabs match up with the lines here in the wall and the bricks. Just little things like that, and then having the buildings look correct. Like he's got everything in place. It looks okay. But there are a lot of things, like even the wrinkles in the fabric and stuff like that. So a much closer attention to detail in that definitely is needed. So a lot more life drawing. Life drawing is like so important, and literally bringing your sketchbook. Keep a sketchbook. And I don't think I'm out of line in saying keep a sketchbook. I don't think anyone can dispute that. And say like, oh, I can't afford a sketchbook and pencils and things like that. I think if you're doing digital art, you have the ability to get like a $5 sketchbook, or like they even sell them at dollar stores and stuff. And get some pencils, man. And if you're hard up for it, I will mail that to you, So yeah, this is actually pretty good. Again, like sensibilities are good. Everything seems to be correct. Even the color choices are good. But again, they're like even the little lines of the fabric and stuff like that. And even if you're learning, you know what? It's all, I'm saying this anyway. Like I'm saying this to people who just started, to people who are like advanced or whatever. Be very aware of those lines in the fabric and drapery and all of those things. It's very easy. It's very easy to do. Take an old shirt, throw it on a chair, draw it, man. Get all those lines right. And yeah, like draw from life. Always draw from life. And it's practice, man. It's always practice. Yeah, this is, this is interesting too. It's very weird, sort of like it has some weird visual things going on in there, but actually it's kind of cool. I like that. And it's kind of different. So nice color choices again. Very poppy. Interesting. Yeah. We're going through. Yeah, see, like stuff like this, again, like I know what's going on in this, but, adding that sort of background to this kind of, brings me out of it. Either digitize that, like do something digital with that. And I don't know. I've seen this kind of stuff before, and I've seen it work. Jack Kirby used to do it on in Marvel Comics, man. He'd use like real photos and like juxtapose it with drawing and that. But I don't feel that this works. It's very, very obvious, I think. So yeah, and again, all those drapery lines and all those fabric lines of the fabric and everything, and I understand, like this individual is just is starting out. They haven't mastered this medium yet, but I'm just talking from my perspective, and I'm saying, as an illustrator or artist, those are things to look for. Definitely things to look for. Even putting the bridge of the nose in there would be helpful. And again, draw from life. Always practice. This actually is interesting. It's got again, the sensibilities are right. And like his mock-up of the old sort of EC style comics obviously is there. that whole motif is coming through. From a design perspective, like there's stuff like this where like the October is too close to the line, and as a designer, I'm looking at this and like there's stuff where it's like the tails of the is too close to haunting. There's a lot of problems in there, but I'm looking at this as this is sort of something that was a one-off and sort of mocked together. But again, like the sensibilities are there. He's got a good sense of what he's doing, and this too, like again, the sensibilities are correct, but there are design elements in here and composition elements in here that can be greatly changed. Like again, the perspective. This wall would not. This wall could not follow this perspective of this line up here. If you can see what I'm doing up here with the mouse, with the arrow, the cursor here, and so like. 1-point perspective is very easy to do. Check out perspective. Like Google it, man, and check it out. All the information I think you'll probably ever need in the world is online, right? So, whether this is something that was done quickly, and you know what? Again, like I like the grittiness of it. I like the feel of it. There's a definite mood that he's channeling here, and it's good. Like he's got a lot of great ideas and a lot of very good sort of his feel for things is very good. So this too. Again, I see what's going on, and like the boom in the background though could very well be boo, because that M is so obscured by this person here that I can't really tell. I mean, I'm obviously guessing that it is a boom and not a boo or whatever, but upon first glance, hey, it could be. So you got to make that a little more clear. Maybe add, raise up that boom, actually put more space up on top, and put some more space up on top here, and bring that sort of word boom up, to make that work better. Anyway, things like that. But I'm seeing, I'm getting what's happening here. I'm getting the impact and everything, and I sort of get it. So, this is cool. This is actually really well done. Again, I see what's happening. It's like it's very quickly done. But yeah, it's very interesting. The point of view shot that he's getting there is really, really good. He gets the point across, but yeah, it definitely needs obviously some refinement, But this person is just starting out. I get it. That's again, that's very well done. Like there, a lot of the artists, and I've seen this idea before, and that's very cool. It's the shark, about to eat the unsuspecting person, and as I've said throughout all of this critique, this comes across like it's there. I know what's happening, so that's very good, and we continue. Oh, there's some color stuff here. That's kind of good. I really get that. That's nice. Very, very well done face there for sure. Everything reads really well. Even the burger, the hand, everything. This almost looks like he was looking at someone, like a photo or something, using photo reference. Very cool. Very well done. Almost looks like Mark Maron from the comedian from that's in Glow. But anyway, there's some that I think this right now so far what I've seen is the best piece. This one is pretty good too. I mean, the composition is dead easy. It's like a person in the middle of the page, but that background is fairly well done. I know it's pieced together from different elements and that, but again, it works. It reads really well. So there's some good stuff. Yes, Undertaker. Yeah, so that's pretty good. It looks like he definitely used reference for that. But yeah, like there's the broad areas of shadow and everything. If they were refined a little bit more, would vastly improve. But this is pretty good. Like everything reads very, very well too. The hair is well done. I don't know if that background, it's like cool on cool colors. If that background was maybe like red or like orange or something, I think that this would pop big time. And Miro, I'm sure you could try that out. It's very easy to do it when it's digital, right? So you can just pop in a new background in there. Yeah. So big fan of wrestling, me too. Yeah, this is pretty good too. Again, nice colors, nice color choices, a cool, human face. Then underneath the very warm, and the background is warm too, which makes this pop a lot. I really like that. Nice thick lines. That's great. That's really well done. I like that. That's a good one too. Yeah. So yeah, here's a sort of a tattooed woman. Yeah. With the female form, definitely. Look for the reference, man. The human form. Period. I would definitely just look for reference for that. And there's a billion things online you can check out. This is really interesting. This ape covered in eyes. That's really cool, man. It's kind of disturbing. Very well done. Another really good piece. I really like this one. It looks like he really took his time, laid out everything, in a very conscious manner. Even the background. But again, it's the cool on cool. I would maybe brighten up, like warm up the gorilla ape eye creature with warmer color, and it would pop a lot. So yeah, this one, you know what? I like this one. It's again well done. I do not like the text layout. I do not think there should be that angle there. It really distracts. And upon first glance, these swirls of, I'm assuming, blood looked like roses coming out of his head, and I would suggest refining what that is a little more. Yeah, I'm kind of, like the drawing itself is well done. Even the feathering on the arrows, fletching as it's called, is really well done. The hair is really great. All these fantastic contour lines are really, really good. Just I'm kind of thrown by this area here. But this is a very good drawing. I do not like the angle there on that text. Yeah, it's not good. I would straighten that up. And yeah, have it a little bit further from the subject. It's way too close. There's way, yeah, it's way too close. Too much tension built in there. So yeah, I think we're gonna wrap this up, guys. Yeah, that was a good drawing too. Yeah, nice. Like that. Like the use of black and white. Very, very cool. And this one, yeah, very cool. Like that. That's nice. The warm on cool colors. Yeah, and the drawing actually is pretty well done too. I'm gonna say this again: practice, practice, practice. Have a sketchbook. Use that sketchbook often. Draw in it all the time. And like really, it helps. And I'm just gonna turn this around here, and yeah, I'm gonna sign off here soon. But yeah, guys, always practice. I'm gonna be saying a lot of like, you know what? Everyone should watch everyone else's sort of video, because really, I'm going to be giving out tips that help everybody, not just the person I'm doing at any given time. So I hope that helped. I hope that helped, Miro. Leave a comment in the comment section if you have any questions. Yeah, I'm signing out, guys. If you like this video, please give it the thumbs up. Please subscribe. If you want your critique done, I can do your critique next. A lot of the comments were not coming up in the comment section. I don't know why. Luckily, I have them in my, get them in my email. But I don't know what the hell's going on with YouTube in terms of why it's not working. But I'm going to say, I'm going to get to everybody. They might not be perfectly in order, but I'm going to get to everyone. I'm going to sign off for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Tell your friends, and I will see you in the next video. All right. Best wishes. Love. Bye-bye.